I'm gonna open this up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, packaging.
Caution, this box contains dry ice. Do not touch with
Bare hands. What?
beef bone broth. Gorgeous. Ooh, beef bone broths. Beef bone broths.
Okay, I got frozen chicken bone broth. I got 2 chickens. So they really like the chicken.
Hearth bone broth.
Made from roasted 100% grass-fed beef, chicken, and turkey.
Not one. We have 2 hearth bone broths.
Look at this.
Make sure to tune into our episode this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see us interview some incredible Broadway guests and to feature our lovely Baroto bone broths.
Thank you, Baroto Broth. Hello, everybody. My name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and welcome to
Soup
Troupe Online.
Soup. We are so excited for this episode, you guys. We are in our 27th episode. Can you believe it? No. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you might think to yourself, what is Soup Troupe? Well, I'll tell you. So Soup Troupe started with my work husband, Cole White-Shaner, and I in the ripe year of 2017, where we decided that, there wasn't a safe space to talk about soup in such a dynamic way, taste, texture, viscosity, flavor, presentation. And so we, along with Dani Wergiles, decided to, bring soup to everyone at Frenchwoods. And when the coronavirus pandemic hit, we decided to move our platform online, bring soup to you guys in all 50 states and around the country. And we are so excited to be here.
Danny, I have a couple quick questions for you. As the weather is getting warmer, as the seasons are changing, what is a soup that you really think encompasses the spring season? Or what's a soup that you like to enjoy during spring?
Yes, well, that is a wonderful question. Thank you. So for those of you who are joined our episode with Nick Eibler, we talked a lot about dessert soups. And I think that going into a spring season, I don't want to say you, but I personally don't want, a scorching hot soup, as the weather, is starting to get warm outside. So I'm going to go for a nice, strawberry soup, a nice snow fungus, something to get, ready for spring season. I knew that was going to make sense.
The words that came out of your mouth, a nice snow fungus?
Never be over it. I'll never be over the snow fungus soup. I think it's the funniest thing that's happened on Soup Troupe. Well, I have to ask the same of you. What is your favorite spring soup? This season.
That's a really great question. See, I feel like when I hear the word spring soup, first of all, it's a great alliteration. I love me a good literary device.
That's nice.
But I think of like a bright soup, maybe like a gazpacho, maybe like a lemon-based soup, like a pollo y lemino, great soups. Yeah. Something that really wakes up those taste buds, You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Danny, 27 episodes later, I can't talk about enough soup with you. I just love you.
Never gets old.
Well, it is the time of episode where we have to bring on our special guest. We are so excited to welcome Ms. Madi Rae DiPietro. She was seen on Broadway in her debut in 2012 in the production of Annie. She starred opposite Jane Lynch. She's performed opposite James Corden on the Tony Awards. We are so excited to welcome Ms. Madi Rae.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm excited.
So we're just going to hop right in.
Let's do it.
The first question we like to ask all of our guests is, what is your favorite soup memory?
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so me and my mom, my whole family, we really, really like clam chowder. Like, we're big chowder people. I don't know why, because we're from San Diego, California, but okay. But we're big New England clam chowder people. And my parents met at this restaurant in San Diego called the Fish Market. It's been there forever. And so we go a lot, for my parents' anniversary, stuff like that. We go a lot. And one time was like when I was like applying to colleges and stuff, and obviously it's a stressful time for anyone going into the arts or in general just applying for college. But my mom and I had been traveling a ton because when you're doing all these auditions, it's really stressful. So we just went to lunch one day, like randomly, and we had clam chowder at the fish market, and it was I don't know why, but the second you said that was the first thing that popped in my head, and it was a fond memory, a fond day with my mom.
I love that. That's so cute. So we have to know, as a child star on Broadway, what was that experience like? What was your day-to-day like? And was there a soup specifically that helped you, get through 8 shows a week or something like that?
I love that. Yeah. It was an amazing time. I think back on it with very, very fond memories, of course. Taught me a lot. I was really fortunate in the fact that my entire family moved from San Diego to New York. We kind of just made it work. My parents were like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it together. And we did. So my whole family was there. My mom, my dad, my sister, my dog. We all got to go. We lived in the city, and it was great. We had a great, great year and a half, almost 2 years.
Wow.
So my dad was really definitely the one who like kind of, spearheaded all the like move and stuff. And it was great because I got to go to school. So I got to go to real school during the day, which was nice. And for like half the year. And then I did the show at night, and it was all within like a 2-3 block radius. So I really just didn't leave Midtown. But yeah, I went to school in the morning, came home, ate maybe a soup, and then went to the show and came home and did it again. So that was when things started to obviously like get into like a routine. But yeah. I don't know if there was a specific soup that I'm trying to think of like everything like my mom would make. I think like whenever I'm like stressed, I go to the classics like chicken noodle. So, and I was 13 and a very picky eater, so I'm assuming that was there often.
For sure.
Definitely.
So I have to ask you, if instead of hot mush, Miss Hannigan served the orphans.
I knew you were gonna ask this question. Why did I know this was gonna come? In my head, I said, someone is going to ask this question. They're going to ask it. I think I wrote it down. Like I
gotta know, what soup would it be?
Ooh, like
prepared for this question.
Like, what would be that soup? Like, what is mush? I actually genuinely thought about this. I think it is some kind of like a chowder, but I also think too that it could be like whatever she just like has left over and just kind of threw it and like mushed it all up and threw it in a pot. So there could be anything in there, honestly. I feel like it changes. Like I feel like it's not always the same thing.
Sure. Did Jane Lynch ever bring soup, for the cast or anything?
No, but she did bring cookies a lot.
Really?
So when my favorite thing, like one of my favorite things, like I don't know, you guys probably know about this, but like we did Dollar Friday.
Yeah.
So, you write your name on the dollar and they pick it out, and whoever, name they pick like wins all of it. And she won a ton. The only person who won more than me was Jane Lynch, actually. I won a lot. I won like 3 times, which was really exciting. I was so excited about it. But every time she won, she would bring something for the cast, and it was always more than what she won. But she was so generous. Like she would bring like Levains for the entire cast and crew, and obviously that's more than whatever was in a bucket of dollars. No, she was literally like the sweetest human. And every time she won, she would bring something for everyone.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She was so nice.
Jane Lynch, love you. Jane Lynch, come on Soup Troupe.
Yes, we're waiting. So we have to know, what do you miss most about live theater? And if there was a soup that could change the world and bring back Broadway, what soup, would that soup be?
Ooh. I feel like it would have like a kick to it. You know what I mean? I feel like it would have to have some spice.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like what, like maybe like some kind of like a, like a tomato base, something with like a little bit of like, I have to have some spice in it though. I'm thinking of like a tomato orzo. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, but something, it needs to have a little bit of a kick, because I feel like that is what live theater brings us: excitement and spice. And yeah, I definitely miss it. It's challenging, especially in, like, I obviously, feel for all of us who are, here in, our higher education, trying to, pursue a career in the arts. And it's kind of hard because we want the experience. We want to have experience. And when we go out into the real world, and it's kind of hard not to get that right now. So it's definitely, there is a lot to miss. Absolutely. For everyone. But I think for us, just trying to be in school and trying to really get those experiences in education and stuff like that is just, it's hard. Even it's just hard not to be in class, just to be with your professors and to perform for people. And just in class, like, I know, at Rider, where Danny and I go, it's, we have a lot of great performance-based classes that are very intimate with just like one other scene partner and, things like that. And it's like, I know that we get the opportunity to work a lot, like over Zoom with our professors, like one-on-one. But it's nice, I miss having like a scene partner and doing things like that. So even just on a smaller base and just like in the education realm, I think I miss that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was a lovely answer. I miss live theater so much.
No, I know. And I just turned 21, so my mom, obviously, yes, it's been a month, to say the least. But my mom and I always planned, coming to New York for my 21st and all that, because obviously my mom loves it here. If my mom could live anywhere, it would be in New York City on the East Coast. She loves the East Coast. Yeah. But we had this big plan, to do, everything for my 21st. Obviously, we didn't get to do that this year. But I even said, like, well, there are like a few things open. Like, we could go like safely. Like, they have like the little, like, igloo eating things.
Yeah.
Like, we could do it safely. She's like, no, I'm not going to New York unless I can see a Broadway show. Like, like a diva about it. She's like, I'm not going unless Broadway's back. I'm like, okay, we'll wait.
All right. Well, now is the time that we are going to be playing Guess That Soup.
Okay.
In this game, we're going to describe a soup to you, and we're going to give you a little bit of a description of what that soup is, and you have to guess the soup that we're describing.
Okay.
Are you ready? Do you have any questions before we begin?
Are these like really, really out there soups? Like, what did you say earlier? Like in the beginning for your spring soup?
The dessert soups? No. These are standard soups.
Okay, I can do standard soups. I'm ready. I got this.
And it won't be snow fungus soup.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what is that? I've never heard of that. I'm Googling it.
You have to, oh my God, you have to Google it. Okay. Ready, Madi Rae? You were about to play Guess That Soup.
Okay.
And away we soup. All right, this soup is decadent and it's usually served with a piece of bread. It's got a layer of melted cheese on top.
Italian soup.
Yes, ding, ding, ding.
Mom's favorite. Thanks, Mom.
Amazing. This soup is a soup that usually helps people when they're sick. It has healing properties. It's a classic soup. Yes, perfect.
All right, this is a spicy Mexican soup.
Tortilla soup.
Yes, perfect. This is an Italian soup that's got lots of veggies and mini little meatballs in it. It's the perfect marriage of flavor.
I was gonna say, is it like, what is it, like the Italian like wedding soup? Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right, this soup is made with small little green spherical vegetables. Sometimes there's also chunks of ham in it. It's said, that you have to split this green vegetable right in half.
Is it split pea soup?
Yes.
Amazing. And last but not least, this soup is made with jack-o'-lanterns. It's a creamy orange soup. It's a fall soup.
Is pumpkin soup a thing?
Yes.
Wait,
Congratulations, Madi Rae. You just won Guess That Soup.
So much. Wait, but more importantly, is pumpkin soup good?
Yes. It's very reminiscent of butternut squash. It's got a
That's what was my other thought. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal.
Interesting. I'm a big pumpkin person. I enjoy pumpkin a lot.
Yeah, people usually put like scallions and pumpkin seeds and like, bread croutons in it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm definitely adding this to my my list of things that I demand my mother make for me in the fall. My mom just made it. My mom makes minestrone soup.
Oh.
It's like that's like her like go-to, like, you know, and it's amazing. And she just made it this past week actually, and she was calling me, showing me my French bulldog, because I call her 4 times a day to show me my dog. And she was like, "Oh, I'm in minestrone soup." I'm like, "Wow, that sounds so good right now." And then I was like, "Speaking of which, guess what I'm doing this weekend?"
Oh my goodness. Well, now is the time of the episode in which we have to introduce our Q&A. If you have questions for Madi Rae, leave them in the comments below, and we will try to get to as many as we can. Ooh, they're coming in. We have this first one comes from Kendall Julia, who says, if you had to drench Miss Hannigan in a lukewarm soup, which soup would you choose?
That's a really good question. Okay, Miss Hannigan, the character, not anyone who played Miss Hannigan, because I would only drench those 3 women in my truest love and affections. They are 3 of the most amazing women I've ever met in my entire life. I spent most of my time with Katie Finneran, but truly, she was just, all 3 of them, especially Katie, was just the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life, which is ironic. But I don't know. I would say probably something, I guess, that I like don't like. Like, oh God, this is a hard one. I'm trying to think of something that I don't like at all. What's like your worst, like your least favorite soup? I'm bringing you guys into it.
I'm not a fan of lentil soup.
Really?
Oh, I like lentil soup.
I like lentil soup.
Especially with like little sausages. So no, okay, not lentil soup. Maybe something like maybe like a corn, you know, I don't like soups with corn. I like corn, but I don't like corn in my soup.
Like
cream of mushroom. I think that would be probably it. But again, I like mushrooms, just not in a can of soup.
Understand. So Emma DeWitt asks, Annie just got to the Warbucks mansion. What soup does the chef make for her?
Oh my God, these are hard. Probably, I feel like they'd be inspired by her red hair. So I'm assuming like maybe something like tomato based.
Okay.
Like maybe like, you know, I'm a really big tomato orzo fan. So maybe something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk a lot about orzo in soup, but it's a good one.
Orzo's good in soup. Orzo's good in soup. I never really had a lot of tomato orzo until living in my sorority house last year. My our sweet chef Josh, just such a great soul, makes soup every day, and he would make tomato orzo a lot, and that was when I kind of got into orzo and soup, and I was like, this is really good, and he was like, yeah, I know. I probably should orzo.
LMM123 says, congratulations, you have just created your own candle company, but twist. Your twist is it makes your house smell like homemade soup. What is your signature scent?
These are really creative questions. My favorite all time is, okay, this is very specific. Panera's broccoli cheddar soup, but not from Panera. The one that they put in the like to go like thing at Target or like at any grocery store. You can get it like anywhere, but I get it at Target, but not from Panera, from Target.
That's my favorite soup. That is my favorite soup.
All-time favorite. It's literally waiting in my room back when I waiting for me. Like I have it all the time. I discovered it last semester. Last semester I stayed home, you know, just to be a soldier in the pandemic. But I just decided last semester it would be safer not to come back to school, spend time with my family. I got a dog who my parents are now taking care of because I'm now back at school. But over my time at home, I discovered broccoli cheddar soup from Target because that was where I went for fun. Like I went to Target for fun because, you know, where else are we going?
Right.
So yeah, I think that it would, and you know, when that comes out of the microwave, like my whole room just smells so good. So I think it would be broccoli cheddar soup from Target, not from Pan.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, this last question comes from Maeve Reese, who says, "What soup do you think would be a very eccentric movement teacher? I'm a STEM major, and I have heard that movement teachers are very goofy."
This is the best question ever because you're right. I'm thinking of one of I had a movement teacher back in high school who and in a program I did who is just like one of the most extraordinary women, like just so like into her craft. Very, very interesting woman. But so like just one of the most incredible humans. Oh, this is a hard one too. I don't know, something really out there, something with like a lot of like maybe like something with like maybe what we were like a lentil soup with sausage, maybe we were talking about earlier. I feel like something like that. Just something like really kind of like comforting, because whenever you're doing I know you guys can like attest to this, whenever you're doing like any type of a movement workshop, any type of movement work, like it's very, you feel very comforted, you know what I mean? And you're made to want to open up to the people around you, the people you're working with. So something comforting, but also something like a little out there for sure.
Yeah, I love that.
Jinx. Well, that is all the time we have today for our Q&A section. You did wonderfully. Thank you so much, Maddie, for coming on this show.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. This was a lot.
You were such a delight, and we really appreciate you talking about soup with us.
Such a fun time. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course. Well, everyone at home, please join us in wishing Madi Rae a 1, 2, 3. We're
here for you.
Thank you, Madi. That was Madi Rae. You simply must follow her on everything she does on Instagram at Madi Rae DiPietro. We are so honored to have had her on Soup Troupe, and we are so excited to see what she does at Ryder and Pandemic Beyond. So yeah, this has been another wonderful episode of Soup Troupe Online. If you liked it, which I hope you did, we hope you'll follow us on Instagram at Soup Troupe Official, like us on Facebook at Soup Troupe Online, and like and comment and subscribe to this video down below.
We want to thank our sponsors at Proto Broth Company. We are so excited for the growth of our collaboration, and we can't wait to see where this partnership goes and beyond.
Absolutely. We would like to thank BroadwayWorld.com for naming us their 2021 favorite live stream. We are so honored to be in your midst, and we hope to keep bringing soup content to you every day. With that being said, my name is Danny.
And I'm Danny, and this has been Soup Troupe Online. Everyone at home, join us in a 1, 2, 3. Have a super day. Next week.
We're open, join us at your luncheon.